Good evening, everybody. Welcome to your Mark Skinner's press conference reaction show. In tonight's show, we are going to be reacting to Mark Skinner's press conference for the Manchester City women's game at the Etihad Stadium tomorrow afternoon. So, yeah, this should be a good game of football. Big up to every single one of you who's locked in already this evening. Much appreciated. Now, if you do enjoy Manchester United content from the men and women, and if you enjoy F1 content as well, and me talking about loads of other things apart from football, make sure you are subscribing to this YouTube channel, and please subscribe to my second channel if you're into your EFL non-league international football content. The link to my second channel is in the title. It's also in the description and pinned on top of the live chat, and in the description to the stream is my YouTube membership. So, anyone wishes to join the membership program today, you can find all the information pinned on top of the live chat. But big up to every single one of you. Bosh, big up to you, the Irish painter. Bosh. Good evening, mate. I hope you're well. I hope you had a good Friday. And yeah, so Mark Skinner has been talking to the media ahead of the WSL Manchester derby. Now, during the press conference, I may stop it halfway through if I need to call out anything or if anything positive has been said. So, yep, now I've not listened to this press conference at all yet, so this is a complete fresh reaction. We are reacting to it together, people. So, yeah, but it's going to be interesting to see what questions are going to be asked. Now, as this is in the women's game, obviously the press conferences and that are a lot more interesting to listen to than in the men's game, because, in the men's game, it's all about PR, isn't it? Where they ask so many dumb, silly questions in the men's game, but when the women's, it's a lot more sustainable, I say, where they are, at the end of the day, a lot more sensible people. I mean, let's get it right here, people, yeah? Let's absolutely get the narrative right. But, Manchester United women, this is a big game, people, massive game. Because, Manchester United women need to get back to winning ways. It's as simple as that, because, the last time out, they lost that Aston Villa women, which, that wasn't the best result for us because, we had an opportunity to go top of the WSL table because obviously Chelsea women drew and then Manchester United women lost, but then Man City women won. So at the moment, they're the outright leaders. So Manchester United women have seriously got to stop Manchester City women extending their advantage because we don't want to lose 2 WSL games in a row because, we'll start to drop off. And we had a great start to the season. So for us to drop off, it will be a real shame. But with us being in the Champions League and that, it's a big possibility that at some stage a drop off will come for the Manchester United women. Now, I hope not. I hope they can sustain this and still competing for the title, but I don't think our team is there yet, to be honest. Chelsea women, well, we all know that they got brilliant players. I mean, look at Sam Kerr. She's a goat. I mean, how many goals does she score at the end of the day, people? It's crazy, isn't it, how many goals she scores, Sam Kerr? But that's what makes her a very good player, people, at the end of the day. So let's listen to what Mark Skinner has been saying in the press conference. Let's go. Mark Skinner press conference. Here we go.
you're well too, mate.
Yeah, good, thanks. First of all, congratulations on the Marc victory in midweek. Looking at having the derby as the next game, keeping everybody on the toes, sharp. Does it feel like a really good game to have off the back of that?
Yeah, it does. I think, look, Manchester City obviously have a week going into us, so week prep, and the turnaround's probably unkind in terms of, being the earlier game and on the Saturday. So, but what I'd say is when you go into these big games midweek in the Champions League, you kind of become hardened quickly to the game. I think we're the team that's played the most competitive kind of minutes, so we're the most ready. So, we look forward to the challenge of the game, playing a fantastic team that are in form. So I look forward to the
True. They are on good form at the moment, Manchester City women. And obviously, they're not in Europe, are they? So, that's one advantage they got.
The challenge. But as you say, I think being game ready, a big game ready, I think will hopefully help us going into this one.
We just need to put up the same sort of performance like what we did against Paris Saint-Germain women, because I thought against Paris Saint-Germain women, we were absolutely superb.
Just looking at Man City then, obviously top of the league, new coach coming in the summer. Are you a little bit surprised maybe as to how quickly that's kind of clicked for them? And, I suppose what are the things...
They got you and Bash. Good evening, mate. Yeah, I heard that actually. That Toto Wolff is going to share his sales in Mercedes. Now, I don't know whether it's true or not, but yeah, I heard rumours about that as well. We're just going to have to wait, see what happens. So, yeah, interesting nonetheless.
Impressed you about them in the opening weeks of the season?
Yeah, they've changed. They've changed. I think we played them pre-season as well, so they're adapting. They're moving. They're a little bit more direct than they have been before. I think they've played well in games. I also think I look at the Everton game. I felt that Everton, had them a little bit towards the end of the game. So I still think there are frailties that the team can have, which every team has, by the way. But yeah, I think what Andre's brought is, kind of maybe utilising the skill set of the players he has. And, they're a really invasive team, and so they're using that invasion. I think it's working for them. So, yeah, they still mix the style. But the reality is, regardless, we're playing a very good team, and Andre's done a great job so far. So I'm sure they'll be confident going into this one as well.
That's great. Best of luck for the weekend.
Thank you, mate. Have a great day.
Thanks, Dan. Ruse, please.
Yeah, sorry, my voice.
That's all right. Don't worry. Mine too.
You're the first one I'm speaking to this morning, so the voice had to get going. Anyway, congrats on the win.
Thank you.
This week. So how do you deal with keeping players fresh and ensuring enough rotation while not impacting the quality of the players much in times of, games coming thick and fast?
Yeah, it's really difficult. It's one of the most challenging. I think it's one of the things I looked at going into this season, especially knowing we'd made Champions League, was that rotation and how you keep the quality in the team as well as the energy. I think what I saw the other night was, though, I saw players that came into the game that gave absolutely everything like the starters did. So I think the energy and commitment from the team is there, and it's abundant. It really is what defines us, I think, as a different type of team, is that togetherness and that energy. And I think, look, we were able to make some changes the other night. We'll be able to make a few changes as well going into this one. We assessed the players today, so I don't really know where they're at yet. We've given the day off yesterday, so they come in today and we'll see where they're at. But I think, look, reality is we pick the freshest players with the right kind of technical, tactical focus, and then, believe in the spirit and quality that we have.
Okay, thanks. And you also mentioned that it's the little details that kind of let you down against Villa. Mm-hmm. Can you elaborate on what details you have to get right in order to beat Man City?
Yeah. Look, I think you have to invade them. I think you have to create spaces in front to be able to exploit behind, but then use the ones behind them as well. They have a fantastic attack and they're very good going forward. So I think trying to make them defend as much as possible will also be key. While also, look, they have a world-class front line. So being able to prepare that and defend that and take 1v1 moments both in both boxes will be key to the outcome. I think they are, as I say, we need to stress how to defend as a team, but also then I think we have the qualities that can exploit them going the other way as well. So I'm expecting a highly motivated team to play against us, and so we've got to match that and go above that if we're going to win the game.
All right, thank you. Good.
Thank you, Ruth. Have a good day and use that voice a little bit more.
Yeah, I will. Thanks.
Thank you. Charlotte, please.
Morning, Mark.
Good morning, Charlotte. How you doing, mate?
I'm good, thank you.
Good.
I just wondered if we had an update on Fallon. Will she be available tomorrow?
So,
See, I just love the way he says good morning, so polite, isn't it?
she's I think she's early this afternoon. She's meeting with the doctors, so we'll be able to know more there. I'm hoping she might be available for the weekend, but I can only let you know they weren't able to get her in yesterday, so we're looking today.
Okay, thank you.
Mate.
And you spoke about Simi creating, scoring, destroying opponents, the way she moves with the ball, but there's so much more.
Oh, big up Adam Partridge. Bush. Big up, mate. Good evening. Thank you for joining me this evening, mate. Much appreciated. Yeah, I'm on about 5 minutes and 11 seconds into the press conference now. It's 16 minutes and 40. So, yeah, I'm about 5 minutes into it. And so far, he's talking very well, as usual. You're okay, Josh, mate? Yeah, I'm all good. Thank you, Adam Partridge. Hope you're well as well, mate.
For us to see from us, what is that more?
It's a good question, Charlotte. I think what you'll see when we see Simi at her very best, which I saw starts of pre-season, was just her ability to drive with the ball. Like, I think she can move people out of the way, even if they try and stop her. Yeah, and I don't want to compare her to a male player, but like a male player, like a Yaya Toure, in terms of when he would move players out of the way with the quality and physical qualities he had. But then she has the technical understanding and the tactical quality to unlock anybody. So
that's good, Adam. That's good, mate.
I think you'll see her pick the ball up, drive with it, and beat players, and then I think she'll create and score from those moments. So I think she's a fantastic athlete and someone that I think once you see her in her full prime, she'll terrify midfielders.
And just a quick follow-up on that, given Ella too.
Nope, it hasn't, Adam. It's been relentless, mate. Absolutely relentless.
Came off from the bench. Why was that?
No, Tooney going into the game had a little niggle. So it was just managing, really. It was managing her minutes. So she'd obviously hit the game against Villa hard. So we were just making sure. And I really mean it was a tiny niggle, but I didn't want it to get worse. So her coming into the game was always the plan.
Yeah, sensible. If she did have a niggle at her team, had a slight niggle, then, a slight knock, then, it's like, yeah, he did the right thing to keep her on the bench then, because we wouldn't want Ada Toon injured, people, because Ada Toon is one of the top players in this Manchester United women's team. Let's get it right.
So that she could be ready for going into these next two games coming up as well.
Super. All the best. Thanks.
Thank you, Charlotte. Have a good day.
Thanks, Charlotte. Tom, please.
Morning, Mark.
Good morning, mate. How you doing?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Good to see you.
Just follow up on what Charlotte asked about Ella then. Is she fit? Is she
Yes.
all right? Because obviously she was kind of no contact and had a bit of strapping the other day. So is she all right and fit enough to start this game?
Absolutely, she's fit and healthy. Honestly, Anthony, it was really just to manage her. Like, it was with 3 games back to back in such a short period of time. It would have been irresponsible for us to be kind of risk her for like the amount of 90s that she'd love to do. Tooney, she wants to play every minute, so which she understands.
I get that, because Ada Toon loves her football, doesn't she? So, yeah, I get that. But at the same time, it's probably is sensible decision to give her a little bit of a break, because if we get her injured, then I believe this Manchester United women's team will literally just collapse.
Stood in this moment that actually it's about balance and about opportunity as well, because the whole squad needs to be able to fill this games.
Tough conversation telling her she's not playing at all.
Oh yeah, always. But again, she took it really well. Like in terms of really showed lots of maturity, and really understands that actually it comes from a place of trying to protect her and help the team. So you will love her for this.
Yeah, she absolutely loves and adores the Manchester United women and Partridge.
Spirit that she wants to play every minute, but I think she understood in this moment.
Mark, can I ask about Jess Park?
Yes.
The return of Jess Park. Spoke about it with Andre yesterday about him saying, look.
Really? You think he'll retire at the end of this season? I think it'll be at the end of 2026, mate. Then I think Ollie Behrman will take Housen's face you and.
Pleased to see her doing well, but she needed the move, and I actually don't look at her and think she's somebody that we miss.
Yeah,
she must be just sort of chomping at the bit to get out there and play, but also kind of a little bit of a revenge game to kind of show what City's missing out on, considering they were so important in the development.
Oh, I mean, look, they played a huge part in the development. So, and again, look, I'm sure Andre, the way he wants to play, what I'd say is, Anton, I don't really take that as a compliment, because we look at context for managers. They like playing different ways, different
context. That famous buzzword, what you hear a lot in press conferences. Like Ruben Amorim uses that word quite a bit as well.
Styles. I think what we needed, and why we went for Jess, was we needed someone that could create and control spaces and be able to move offline. Like, City before Andre had quite a rigid, kind of understandable style. Everybody knew what they were going to do, but they're very good at it. Andre's brought that in a little bit more of a
elite high standards
rotational thing, but he clearly prefers a style of player, and that's fine because that's his context. For us, I prefer
context again,
as it can open up spaces and create kind of uncertainty in midfielders and defenders, and I think Jess has done that incredibly well. And as long as I'm actually buzzing he didn't wanna, because for us, we have a little superstar and someone that I know will love and relish. Look, she has a lot of love for Manchester City, of course. She's been a long time, but if you know anything about a player like Jess, she'll want to make sure that she proves why she's a fantastic Manchester United player on Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah, she certainly has been all season. Thanks, Mark.
She has. Thank you, Anton. Have a great day.
Thanks, Anton.
Yes, Adam Partridge, that famous buzzword, context.
Emily, please. I was going to get confused in this turn.
Yes, which Emily we go in? Come on, whoever speaks first gets to go. Go.
Good morning, Mark.
Morning, Emily. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. We spoke about energy levels before PSG, and you said when lose or draw, you like to stay focused and never get too carried away. But that was a pretty special night on Wednesday at Old Trafford, so there must be a buzz amongst the squad right now.
There really is. Like, I'm sure, I said I've not seen them yet, but there really is. And look, there should be. There absolutely should be. For me, there can't be. I just, yesterday, straight onto, obviously, continued Manchester City. We got our analysts and so on looking ahead and our coaching staff, but actually, for us, we had to focus fully on the PSG game. So, yeah, there is. There's a but there should be. It's a fantastic performance, great energy, great commitment, and that will carry you forwards. Like it goes into these next games. So I know Manchester City will have a freshness in legs.
Yeah, Yeti's chatting. Yeah, big up to Yeti. Big up have not got notifications on YouTube and they need some exit. Big up Dino Sorting. I agree, mate. 100%.
But we'll have a readiness in body and mind. So I think that'll be key as well going into this and how we can attack the game.
And you ended up playing Man City quite a bit last season. Obviously, the stakes in this fixture are always high. Obviously, last season you met them in the FA Cup semi-final, but in the league, given the strong start both sides have made, and like the calibre of the squad, both squads. Do you think this could be one of the fiercest Manchester derbies that we've seen?
Yeah, probably. It'd be great for you guys, wouldn't it? It'd be great for the fans. Yeah, look, I'm sure it is. Look, Andres, as
I'm looking forward to this game. A lot at stake at it because obviously we get a result in that. Really technically, we're still in this WSL title race, but a defeat, then to me it'd be a lot of work for our women's team to do. YouTube need the wooden soon, Josh. They do, honestly. They really need to sort this out.
His mixed styles have done a fantastic job since he's come in, so they're in form. But I also see ways we can exploit them, as I'm sure they'll see the same for us. And the reality is, it'll be two really informed teams going head to head, and hopefully for us it's the positive. But I'm sure it'll be a great game for everybody to watch.
Not your fault, mate. Not your fault at all. Again, it's YouTube, isn't it?
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Emily. Have a great day.
Thanks. Emily for the BBC now.
Come on then, Emily.
Hey, Mark, how are you?
I'm good. How are you, mate?
Yeah, all good, thank you.
Good.
I just wanted to ask a bit more about
The way he smiles and says, "Hi, how are you today?" I love that. You don't get any of that in the men's game, do you? That it is so polite. It does, Adam. Honestly, that pile of shite needs to wouldn't seen. I mean, how dare the Theatre Dreams sponsor washes off after a couple washes? Get out here, man. Yeah, that's really annoying, mate. Really annoys me. But hey, at least I got a genuine one now. 50 quid, and more importantly, no money to the football club. So, yep, I can be very happy about that.
Yes, and how you said there she has a lot of love for City.
Yes. Even though you're not getting the notifications, just go on to where it says Mr. Joshy J, and it will say Mr. Joshy J live. So you'll see it in your subscriptions.
Kind of want to ask how she's kind of handled the move, and have you been at all surprised with how quickly he's become such a key figure for you?
I'm going to wear it after the international break, Adam Partridge.
No, because the reason when I spoke to Jess, I knew that she'd come in this way. She was ready, and that's what I think Andre's probably alluding to is.
Yeah, Jess Park has been superb, since she's come to Man United to women. I think she's been brilliant. I really do.
She was ready for this move. She kind of gone to the end of the wire with Manchester City, and I mean that in a sort of she has a lot of love for Manchester United. She came off the pitch today and she said the atmosphere.
Yeah, Monday night game. Yep. Which I will be live for that, by the way. Be doing a live watch on. So yeah, I'll probably wear it then, I think.
And playing at Old Trafford was just, it'll be a lifelong memory. So, you have fond memories of your past and so on that helps you get to where you are, but you have a lot of love for your here and now. And, Jess spoke after the game about having freedom. And I'll clarify what that freedom is. That doesn't mean we go, Jess, just go on the field and do what you want. It means we pre-identify spaces and opponents that she can exploit and how she can exploit them. And so, but then we ask Jess to do what she does, which is dribble, drive, commit, cut, all of the things that defenders hate to play against. What you're going to get from Jess this weekend is a full focused, full energy, and she'll want to win the game, haven't?
I have you on for that, Josh, mate. Yeah. So what? Are you saying you're going to have me on in the background? You're going to watch the game, but have me on in the background?
No doubt about that. And so that's what I'm expecting from her going into this game.
And then just on Mel one thing, because her goal on Wednesday was brilliant, and she's had a great season so far. She's equalled her best goal tally in the league. So I kind of just wanted your thoughts on what has given her that extra edge. Is it the players behind her, or is there something specific that you think she's added to her game this season?
Do you know what? I just think she's playing on the edge. I think, like I've said this, I think I'll stick to it. Like, I think her ability to communicate and understand communication quicker and more effectively is the real secret behind why she's taking on more information quicker. And even in games, she's speaking to players, she's giving feedback, which.
And you're on and the game, Josh, maybe. Good night. That will, mate. Yeah, it will. 100%.
Sometimes you fit within yourself as a player when you can't really communicate. You imagine me and you now speaking different languages and we can't really get our kind of point across. There'd be a frustration within you. And I think that then affects you on the football field. Whereas now, like, she's fluid, she's fluent, she's I've already spoke about her character and how it's very Manchester United. It's very, like, big moments. And there was no better moment than the other day. She used her physical strength, her ability to run against one of her close friends, and then the quality on the finish, it just says it all. But I think it'll be communication is improved, and really then that brings a lot of confidence. And Mally's really at top of her game. So if I was a defender, I really wouldn't be playing against her right now.
Great. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Emily. Have a great day.
Thank you, Emily. And last but not least, Holly, please.
Following on from what Emily says, does City, like being in the title challenge, add extra spice to obviously what is already a Manchester derby?
Yeah, of course it does. Manchester are in the position we were in last year, where they don't really have to focus on, like, the intensity of those high levels of game.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Man City women are not in Europe, so that's one advantage they got this season.
So, and they were in that fully right till near the end of the season last year. So, we took advantage of that, and we've got to make sure that we try and do the same in this moment. But yeah, look, I think it'll be a great game. I think two really informed teams,
Daniel sorting. Why do journalists always give PR and nonsense news? Chelsea preparing to make a bid for Vinicius Junior, close £150 million, £132 million. Absolute waffle from the journalist. Absolutely, 100%. That is complete banger, a mash waffle. That is no way true in any shape or form. Just a load of PR bollocks, I say, Daniel sorting.
some teams, and hopefully it'll be one that we can pinch our way and win the game.
And lastly, you spoke about adapting in game situations. We've seen you play with like Turland and Mallard up front. How does obviously the different style of player help you adapt to the current situation in the game?
Well, it just gives you different ways to find the answers. I think even like we talked about Simi earlier, she'll give you a different answer to Tooney. She'll give you a different answer to obviously Ziggy and Hinnie in midfield and Lisa. So, we have different options, and I think what we want to do is keep adapting, keep evolving, and I don't want to stand still. And that's why I want to use, again, the transfer window.
They do, honestly, Adam Partridge. They do, mate. Especially in the men's game, load of PR bollocks, honestly.
To evolve us again. I don't want people to get used to us, because once they get used to you, they can stop you. So I want to make sure we keep evolving, keep adapting, and it's something I pride myself on as a coach and a head.
Yeah, thanks, Mark Skinner. I completely agree. PR, PSR, XG, GA, all in the bin, Josh Wright. Absolutely. Get all in the bin, Adam Partridge. Get out in here.
Coach, and I want to make sure we can continue that going into the next windows.
Thank you and good luck.
Thank you, Holly. Have a great day.
And that is Mark Skinner's press conference. Again, he spoke very well. I was very impressed. So let's see what the Man City women's manager has been saying. press conference. See if they done one as well. Sound like they done one. Just going to say, because I always like to hear what the opposition has said. Oh, didn't mean to press on that. Manager, here we go. Just trying to see if he's done a press conference. I'm sure he has. Well, like. I did. By accident, mate. I completely forgot all about it. So, yeah, completely forgot that it was on. So, apologies for that, because I would have loved to react to that as well. I completely forgot. Not disabled that by me. Any junior wants lots of money, and his wages is lots of money. And do you see Premier League clubs paying that? Probably not. Nah. If it's a lot of money, then no, I can't see it unless they're desperate, mate. Down that sort of thing. If they're desperate, then yeah, I think they'll pay it. But if not, then right, let's have a look. Press conference. Oh, yep, 1 day ago. Cool. Oh, get out of here, man. You gotta sign in and watch it. No, I do not want to create an account, thank you. Get out here, man. What's this all about? Asking me to create an account just to watch a press conference. Get out of here. Video, here we go. True, yeah, they got a lot of money they have, yeah, in the Saudi Arabia teams, yeah. So like, getting the wooden saying, yeah, too, right? I mean, want me to create an account, just watch a press conference? Yeah, wouldn't seem for you. Man City website, honestly. As if I get out. No, I do not want to go to the store. Get out of here, man. I do not want to go to the United store. Get out of here. Well, let's have a look. The big games keep on coming. Manchester United women's with Saturday afternoon's cross-town trip to Manchester City now. The focus on Marc Skinner's side. That 2-1 triumph was the perfect follow-up to last weekend's defeat against Aston Villa on Thursday's WSL season, with Skinner seen looking to get back to winning ways in the domestic competitions. A derby victory would do just that, and with the squad's preparations for the clash now ramping up, here is everything you need to know. How's watch and follow? Yeah, I don't need to read that bit. Joyce is set to be assessed ahead of the derby after the goalkeeper missed her first game of the season in midweek with a facial knock. Meanwhile, Mallard was withdrawn in the second half against PSG, but Skinner suggested afterwards that the France international, who scored a brilliant goal on the night, should be okay in the weekend. Well, let's hope so. Dominic Janssen is set to return to the fold after a one-match European suspension prevented her from being involved against PSG, while Glenn Bezit is a recent absentee back injury. Skinner may provide the latest on Friday's pre-match press conference. Centre-back Millie Turner isn't expected to be back from a knee issue until the new year. Yeah, that's a shame she's out. Really is. YouTube changed yet again with new update. Yep. As for City, ex-United captain Alice Greenwood, Mary Fowler, Curlon, and Lily Murphy aren't available, but the former Reds Grace Clinton could face her old club for the first time since Spartan in the summer after recent spell on the sidelines. Lauren Hemp, Rebecca Knack, sorry if I said that wrong, and Sydney Lohman are also in contention to play a part as they focus their way to fitness. Opposition reports United won last season's fixture at the Etihad Stadium 4-2, our first away win over City in the WSL, but will face a different Blues team this Saturday. Swedish head coach Andre took charge at the start of the season and has since guided his changes to the top flight table with 7 successive wins. Andre's side are now the division's top scorers with 20 goals, narrowly ahead of United on 19, but have won tight games against West Ham 1-0 and Everton 2-1 since the October international break. Star striker Bunny Scholl scored the winner in the latter at Goodison Park, her 5th strike in the WSL season, which sees her level at the top in the league goal standings to 29-26 with United Mallard standouts. United are the only side to have 100% record away from home in the Women's Super League this season. Played 4-1-4 and are looking to win 5 in a row for just the second time across a single top flight campaign, something we previously achieved in our opening 5 on the road in 2020-2021 season. Anna Toon has made more appearances in the WSL Manchester derbies than A1 11, while no player has been directly involved in the more Manchester derby goals than Anna Toon. 3 goals, 2 assists, the same as City forward Shaw. Wow, that's impressive. The Reds have scored 27 goals in our 10 away league games in 2025, the most of any team, while no side has picked up more away wins in the WSL this calendar year, 7 level with Chelsea and City. Elsewhere, the derby is the WSL's only offering on Saturday before 5 matches on Sunday. Chelsea currently sit between leaders City and third place United in the table, travel to their ball in one of the 3 midweek kickoffs before the weekend is wrapped up with North London showdown between Spurs and Arsenal. Oh, interesting. I can clip your videos now on YouTube and live stream now. They add new updates on it. I hope Manchester Derby ends in a draw. For a while you've been able to clip up like regular uploads, but I don't think you've been able to clip up streams, have you? So this must be a new feature now. introduce. I can't keep up. How many more features are they going to introduce? I mean, maybe concentrate on fixing the issues first, yeah, instead of keep adding new features, because people are going to start getting frustrated with this platform. If YouTube keep messing it up. I mean, let's get it right here, people. Yeah, let's absolutely get the narrative right. So, yep, let's see what's going on. So, line, here we go. Right. Let's see who's getting a membership tonight, shall we? Who's that lucky one tonight? Who's got that membership? Chelsea Empire. Well, congratulations, Chelsea Empire. You have got another Mr. Joshy J membership. I think that's his second one he's got now. So, many congratulations to you, mate. Enjoy a 1 month's Mr. Joshy J membership. Big up to you. Big up to Chelsea Empire, yeah? I usually see him, say, on the odd occasion, if I'm watching Johnny Minerals or something, Minerals FC. But yeah, I know you're hoping it ends in a draw day night sort of thing, because obviously, that will help, Chelsea women out, won't it? 100%. So yeah, I can see why you want it to end in a draw. Obviously, I want Manchester United women to win the game at the end of the day, because if we win the game, then yeah, that puts us in a good position. It really does. So, yep. I clip your stream because I want to see what the new features do. Oh, I see. Right. That's fair enough. Do a bit of experimenting, do a bit of exploring at the end of the day. But yeah, this is a big game, people. I'm looking forward to this WSL Manchester derby. I really do. So, yep. I mean, Manchester United women, all we have to do really is keep on winning our matches. That's all we can do, really, people. It's as simple as that, really, isn't it? But yeah, score prediction. If I had to go for a score prediction in this WSL Manchester derby, I'm going to go with a 2-1 victory to Manchester United women. Yes, I believe we can win the Manchester derby WSL 2-1. That'll be a good result. It really will. So, yep. Right. So, Manchester United, let's go out there and put up a good performance, put up a good show at the end of the day. So, yep, big ups to every single one of you. That is the end of tonight's show, people. I hope you enjoyed that. Right, let's see. See who's lying. Who's lying, who I like. Is he? I know Yeti was lying earlier. See who's lying, who I like. Who's lying? So look. Redirects. Oh, looks like Yeti's wraps things up. Bugger. Okay. Let's go with... Oh, he is still lying. Yes, he is still lying. Yep. Let's go with Yeti. Bash. Night Josh Ray. Yep. Night Adam Partridge. And we're out of here, people. Laters. Bash. Don't forget, Mr. Joshy J Raid. Make sure you are subbing to Yeti. And yep, let's get him close to 900 subscribers, people. Mr. Joshy J Raid. Good night.